What's up guys, Austin here from Airsoft Station, and today we're reviewing the new Elite Force Race Pistol. Now, I've got my buddy DJ here, and he is generously allowing us to use his land because we're going to do a little bit of a shootout. I think first we're going to talk about the externals, do the shootout, and then once we get comfortable with the guns, then we'll talk about the performance. So when you first pick it up out of the box, what are your first impressions on this?
It's well built. Well built is the phrase I'm going to use right off the bat. It's sturdy metal. I mean, it's not the cheap.
The pop metal.
Yeah,
it
like pop
feels
metal.
good.
It's a strong feeling gun.
Good weight.
Yeah, very good weight. It's balanced. I mean, you got your it's heavy towards the back. So, you know, when you're drawing it out of your holster, you're not going to get the front end heavy. You're not going to get the whole I can't, even.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that.
It just feels well balanced for a pistol.
It does. Not only that.
I'm going to interrupt you. You got nice Elite Force trade markings. It also says race gun on it. What were you going to say?
Not only that, but I really do like how they actually incorporated the built-in front sight. It's automatically high vis sight.
Yep.
It's not, your standard black post sight that's going to be, hard to see in any environment.
Correct.
So that's what I like about the front sight mainly.
This gun was genuinely built for speed, you can tell. Also, by the magazine release, it's a large button. You're going to easily hit that. It flies out, even at a 90-degree angle. It really throws it out. So you're not going to be fighting to get this magazine out. It really throws it out. Also, the magazine itself for changing CO2, this is a no tool. You've got that hand screw on the bottom. I've got some CO2 in here, but as you can see, it's very easy. Let it out with your hand, tighten it back up with your hand. It's all very easy to do, no tools necessary, and it's also speed loadable, which is a great feature. Not a lot of pistols have that, and if they are speed loadable, it doesn't work very well. This one works, it genuinely works. 16 round capacity, takes about a second with a speed loader. Load it in through the bottom, hit that, what do you call that? Spring guide?
We'll just call it a release.
The spring release. It's a little button on the side there, and because these aren't the lip, they have a reinforced metal top. You can let it slam up, and flared base for your magazine. It's very easy to just throw it in there. I'm not what I would call a magazine changing expert, and it's very easy to just throw in there because of that flared base. Anything else before we do the shootout?
No, looks cool, feels cool. I mean,
yeah.
Let's see how it performs.
All right. Alright, when you first get your Elite Force Race Pistol and you pull it out of the box, this is how it's going to come. It's going to come with that top rail already mounted on it and the rounded rear sight. That way you don't have any rear sights protruding upward or getting in the way if you were to mount an optic on it. However, it's very easy to mount iron sights on it. It comes included out of the box. Why don't you show us? With high vis sights as well as night sights in there. You can't really see it in the bag, but we'll show you what they look like on the other gun here. It's really easy to replace. Why don't you show us how you would replace it? Removing those 3 Allen screws on either side of the gun, and then that's going to bring you to what it looks like on this one, which we've already have pre-done. It's like a cooking show. We already have it done.
Right.
And then that's what the night sights look on that with the rail off of it. Why don't you show us how easy it is to just pop the sight off? You pull it all the way back, slide the sight off, and then to replace it,
Kabam.
You go all the way back, pull the slide all the way back, even past the stop, and then it's good to go. Looks just like that. All right, so we're back from our little shootout, and this guy definitely took the cake, accuracy-wise. You got 9 or 10 of them, right?
9 out of 10.
And I got 8 or 9, but either way, he beat me. Speed-wise, I got him when we were shooting the barrel over there. I had a little quicker trigger finger, quicker reload, but
Yeah,
what really matters, he beat me. Still kind of bitter about it.
Ah.
So, overall performance about this gun, what would you say?
If you're into target shooting, if you're into speed shooting, this is what you want.
Yeah.
If you're into CQB, this is what you want. Field.
Yeah, field-wise, I'm kind of biased. I enjoy field play, and it's just not really my cup of tea. But that's my bias opinion because it's kind of a long gun to put in a holster if I was using a primary also, and it doesn't actually have an adjustable hop-up, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. For me, I play field, so I want to really get them far out there, even if it's not accurate for close range. But again, that's my bias opinion. If you enjoyed speed shooting or you enjoyed CQB play, 2.5s worked well in that. That's what we were using. We threw 2.8s in after it, and it was even better. We weren't smart enough to use 2.8s for our target practice, but too cheap. But yeah, we were just using the Elite Force BBs, and they worked flawlessly. So, again, biased opinion, not my cup of tea, but if that's what you're into, it's genuinely designed for that. Last thing, gas consumption. Really surprised both of us. It's cold, it's Minnesota, we're up north, and gas guns just don't really like to work in the cold. We've been out here for a good, probably 3 hours monkeying around, right? And we've got a couple hundred shots off of each CO2 cartridge, which is unheard of. For normal CO2 guns, you get 50 to 100 max, maybe. And you can probably attribute that to the shorter slide throw. You don't have to use quite as much gas to push a slide as far backward because it is that shorter throw. And that shorter throw helps you with faster cyclic rate, higher rate of fire. On a lot of gas guns, I think you're in the same boat. You can tell the gun is what's slowing you down. On these, it's definitely your trigger finger is the limiting factor.
Right.
These guns are just, they're quick. That trigger is solid.
It's crisp.
Yeah, it's very crisp. It's probably a 2 to 3 pound trigger.
I'd say, yeah.
And I hate to use this expression because it's way overused, but it's like a glass breaking trigger. You have like 1 or 2 millimeters of take up, and then it's that break, and it's very solid. You don't have any give.
Yeah.
It's a good feel. Final thoughts before we end?
Solid gun overall. I'd say, again, not super my cup of tea because I'm not into the target shooting, but pretty cool gun overall.
Yeah, if you wanted that race gun, there's nothing else like it. The Elite Force race gun, very unique. You're not going to see anything else like it on the field, and it's just a cool gun. So that's about it for this video. Until the next one, have a good one, guys.